All right, let's get into supplementation for your dogs and cat.
So do you give Peaches any supplementations?
I do. I used to give her omegas, but it was I literally had, I think it was wild Alaskan salmon oil, and I had a lot of complaints from people who were like, yo, your dog's breath just smells like fish.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I am comedian Allison Siki.
And I'm animal behaviorist Kyle Kittleson.
And we are obsessed with pets.
And on the Pet Collective podcast, we'll take you on a weekly deep dive into the furry world of pet parenting.
Well, tune in every week to the Pet Collective podcast.
Now, you and I feel like live in the supplement capital of the world, Hollywood,
Oh, yeah.
Los Angeles, Southern California.
I took some before bed last night. Yeah.
I mean, we are injecting kale right into our bloodstream. We've got crystals under our bed. We are putting moon powder under our eyes. It is just like whatever we can get to look, feel better. We do it. But when it comes to our dogs, you can't go overboard. There are some supplements to avoid.
If they have too much calcium in their diet, whether it's supplemented or in their food, it can cause skeletal problems, and especially in large breed puppies. We have to make sure that we're not giving our babies too much vitamin A, because it can harm their blood vessels and cause dehydration and joint pain. Too much vitamin D can also prompt your dog to stop eating. It can harm their bones, and it can cause their muscles to atrophy. So that's another one that you think is your friend, but you just don't want to overdo it.
Taking your dog outside just for 15, I know for people it's good to get vitamin D.
Does it count when your dog is sunbathing? You know, when they find that cute little spot on the floor in the sun?
Are
they getting vitamin D
Isn't that when you're
from
most
that?
jealous? God, I just want to lay in the sun all day and not even have a care in the world. There are some basic supplements to consider for all doggy parents out there. Now, Callie is my 8-year-old yellow lab. She is taking, she started last year because the vet said she has pre-arthritis, and it's so sad to me. So
How could
she's
they
on
tell? Could you tell?
What the vet noticed was that her fingernails were kind of curving a little bit, and it was very subtle, but the curve was could be an indication of pre-arthritis. And when she pointed it out, it was very clear, and I noticed it. So I put her on Cosequin, which is one of my favorite. I've used them with animals I've worked with professionally, and now Callie's on it, and I noticed a huge difference in her activity level. So I think she was actually hurting a little bit, but she gets this pill once a day, no problem. She eats it right up. I use them as treats. She gets so excited to take them, so it's great. Now, there's in addition to glucosamine, there's another supplement, and I had to look up how to say it, and I love the Google pronunciation tool, because how they say all the words is just like so perfect. And this is chondroitin.
Yeah, that sounds like a planet.
Chondroitin. So if you aren't into glucosamine, ask your vet about chondroitin. It's apparently great for dogs who are predisposed to hip dysplasia. Have you ever done one of those blood tests where you figure out the different breeds your dog is?
I did one that was a swab, like a saliva swab. I did it for Christmas last year, and I found out that Peaches is a Shih Tzu, Mini Poodle, Pomeranian, and then 25% question mark.
Oh, 25% question mark.
Yeah, so who knows? But it's nothing like what they told me when I rescued her, so.
So people who are using supplements are probably using it because their dog, for whatever reason, can't eat a certain type of food or can't get the type of nutrition or nourishment that they need.
Supplements are not a substitute for having a good, well-rounded diet for your dog.
What about some supplements to consider when it comes to taking care of cats?
Little kitties. Oh, that was a really bad British accent.
I liked it.
Thank you. There are some essential fatty acids that can be really great supplements for cats, like omega-3s, omega-6s. They're touted for their ability to keep a cat's coat shiny and prevent shedding. They also protect a cat's immune system, their liver, their eyes, their brain, their joints. You want to make sure that your cat is getting enough of these fatty acids, whether it's supplements or in their food.
Okay, so look, probiotics. Do you take a probiotic personally?
Yes, I do.
Ooh, good for you.
I have like 3 different kinds and I rotate them because you never know.
You are a fancy, fancy woman.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
Well, they are very good for cats.
Oh, good. And dogs, actually. I have one for Peaches as well.
I do hear a lot from my friends who have cats that their cats have liver problems, and their vet often recommends milk thistle. And it's not a milk thistle that you have to get prescribed from. It's just like your, go-to milk thistle. And so you may want to ask your vet if you're a cat owner who you think might have some problems with their liver, to see if that's something you want your cat to go on.
That's so great, because if your cat is experiencing like an overflow of toxins, the last thing you want to do is throw more chemicals in there. So that's awesome.
Well, Allison and I love hearing from you, so you can hit me up at Kyle Kittleson all over the internets.
You can find me at Allison Seeky, mainly on Instagram, but hey, if you find me somewhere, follow me, do it.
Hey, if you find her somewhere else, send it to me too. I want to stay up to. I only know your
Kyle,
Instagram,
that sounds dirty. You're not going to find anything dirty on me, guys, promise.
So we also want to hear from you. Send us your pet-related questions, and we'll answer them right here on the show. And check out the Pet Collective store at petcollective.shop. It's petcollective.shop for tons of amazing things for you and your furry family. See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
The Pet Collective podcast is produced by Jukin Media and the Pet Collective. Head producer, Anosh McAdam. Associate producer, Brandon Kendall. And our original score is composed by Corey Celeste.